Speaking takes courage, but some of the most powerful words are built from silence and tears. As the lights dim inside the conference hall, a young woman steps onto the stage. She grips the microphone with trembling hands, her footsteps hesitant. Somewhere in the audience, a pair of eyes watches her intently. Keanu Reeves. The spotlight hits her face, revealing pain far deeper than words can express. "My name is Alicia. I'm 28, and I'm still alive. Barely." She pauses. The room holds its breath. "My husband was an alcoholic, but the most poisonous thing in him wasn't the whiskey. It was his rage. I thought shouting was the worst of it." Then, his fist started speaking. In the back, Keanu lowers his head slightly. Alicia continues. "One night, I took my son and ran. We had nowhere to go. We lived in a car for months. Parking lots, empty alleys, parks. His blanket was made from old diapers." The silence in the room now feels heavier than her words. And then her voice cracks. "I'm standing here today because, for the first time, we have a bed. But my son still sleeps by the window, like he's afraid he'll wake up back in that car." Her speech ends, but the story lingers. She lowers the mic, and no one claps. No one dares to. Only one man sits still, Keanu. In his eyes, not shock, but something else, resolve. As the event wraps up, guests quietly file out. Backstage, Alicia sits on a small chair, holding her son wrapped in a thin blanket. There's no microphone now, but her silent tears are still speaking. The curtain shifts, a quiet figure slips through, wearing a black jacket, his face thoughtful. It's Keanu Reeves. "Your words left me speechless." Alicia looks up. Her eyes are red, but not from shame, just exhaustion mixed with quiet defiance. "I know who you are, but I didn't want you to see me like this. I wanted to meet you just like this. The real you. The strong you." Keanu sits beside her. He glances at her son, but doesn't touch him. He simply honors his presence. Most people act like they want to help, but then they just feel sorry and walk away. "I didn't come here to feel sorry. I came to do something." Alicia's eyes begin to fill again, but not from grief. For the first time, someone is looking at her, not as a case, but as a human being. Keanu rises, pulls out a small notebook, and scribbles something. He hands it to her. "Tomorrow morning, a car will come for you. Your story may have started in a vehicle, but that's not where it ends." Alicia hugs her son, and for the first time in a long time, she says something not to survive, but to believe. "We're safe now." Early the next morning, Alicia quietly gets ready. Her son is still asleep. She gently fixes his blanket and slides an old photo into her coat pocket. It's a snapshot from their time in the car, her son resting his head on her jacket, playing with an empty water bottle. When she steps outside, a sleek black car is waiting. The driver opens the door with a polite nod. Alicia hesitates, then grabs her son's hand and steps in. This isn't just a car anymore, it's a turning point. Inside the car, she finds an envelope resting on the seat. In elegant handwriting, just one word is written: "First step." Inside are the keys to an apartment, scholarship documents for a training program, and a short handwritten note. "I'm not just giving you a home, Alicia. I'm giving you a beginning. Because you didn't just survive, you stood tall." Keanu. When they arrive, Alicia's eyes fill with tears. The apartment isn't large, but it's safe. It's clean. It's theirs. She tucks her son into his new bed, and for the first time, he falls asleep smiling. In the small kitchen, a notebook sits on the table. On the first page, just one line is written: "This home is no longer silent. In here, hope speaks." Alicia sets a pot of water on the stove. As she looks out through the kitchen window, her reflection reveals more than her face. It shows a child leaning against her back, a future opening before her, and a past finally closing behind a door. And in that moment, for the first time, her silence feels full, not with fear, but with hope. The next morning, Alicia drops her son off at daycare. As she walks back down the street, she feels eyes on her, some curious, some judgmental. The whispers follow. Who is she? Just moved in. With a kid. Alone. Heard some celebrity gave her a place. Probably some charity case. She keeps walking, but doubt nips at her heels. A voice from the past echoes inside her. Women like you crawl in everywhere, but never belong. She sits at a cafe and opens her notebook. Her hand trembles. She wants to write, but nothing comes. Her phone buzzes. 2 p.m. A visit to the education center is waiting for you. K. Alicia squints at the screen. In that moment, she realizes Keanu hadn't just offered her a home. He was drawing a roadmap. She's unsure. She hesitates. Then, from her bag, she pulls out the photo of her son sleeping in the car. She looks into his eyes and whispers, "For you, 2 p.m." A small modern education center. She's greeted at the door with warm smiles. It feels almost welcoming. Inside, Keanu is waiting. "This is just an introduction. I want you to see what feels right. You get to choose. I don't know how. I haven't chosen anything for myself in years." Then this is where it begins. This place isn't just for you. It could lead the way for others after you. Alicia nods. The hesitation in her eyes is gone. For the first time, she's not staring into the past. She's looking toward the future. As she walks out, she catches her reflection in the glass doors. This time, it isn't just a victim she sees. It's a woman who's survived and who's finally ready to speak. 6 months later, this time, Alicia is not in the audience. She's the keynote speaker, the same auditorium, the same lights, but the woman holding the microphone isn't the same. Her face shows no fear, only resolve. She gently places her hand on her son's shoulder, then turns to face the crowd. "Hello, I'm Alicia, and this time, I'm not here to talk about surviving. I'm here to tell you how I've started living." The audience falls silent, but this silence is different. It's not from discomfort. It's filled with anticipation, respect, waiting to listen. "I slept in a car for months. My son's only toy was an empty water bottle. Life taught me how to be quiet. But then someone came along and actually heard that silence." Her eyes drift to the back row. Keanu Reeves sits quietly among the crowd, dressed simply, almost invisible. But today, the spotlight isn't on him. It's on the woman he helped rise. "I've moved into a home. I've started school again. But most importantly, I let go of shame and put on courage." She brings her son onto the stage. The crowd erupts in applause, but Alicia doesn't let go of the mic. Her eyes lock in, steady and strong. "Maybe one day you'll be that someone for someone else. A helping hand, a seat at the table, a glance that says, 'I see you.' Keanu didn't find me on this stage. He found me behind it and lifted me to a new one. Now it's my turn to do that for someone else." After the event, backstage, Alicia helps her son get ready. For the first time, he holds a real toy. He gazes out the window and smiles at his own reflection. Keanu steps beside her. He reaches into his pocket and hands her a small piece of paper. "Your story no longer belongs to just you. Every word you share now becomes someone else's courage." Alicia nods, tears brimming in her eyes. "This time, I won't be silenced." As the stage lights dim and the auditorium empties, one final line appears on the screen. "Some stages aren't built for applause. Some are meant to celebrate a woman's will to survive."